Now let's learn how to listen to the mouse event. So far we have studied how to listen to button event. The button and the mouse event, they are quite different because the source of the event is not clear. What I mean by that is for buttons, as I click the button, this button is a source of the event. Radio buttons, those are source of the event as we click on that. But as to the mouse, there is no mouse class. Mouse is just a physical thing, so that we need to have some agency in the program that receives a physical mouse event, and then that is transferred to the program. So what we need to do is as follows. First, we can have any graphic component to be an agency of a mouse event. The mouse event includes a mouse click and the mouse drag and the like. So what we are going to do is, since we are going to draw something on the canvas, so the canvas, which is the center of the content pane, let's have it as an agency of a physical mouse event source. So something happens in the canvas through the mouse, we can receive in the program. So for doing so, what we need to do is go to the drawing panel, and then canvas object is this one. So what you need to do is to the canvas object, we call add mouse listener. As you call add mouse listener method from whatever object, and that object becomes an agency for physical mouse event. Then the listener, you can attach that. So let's create a mouse listener class. Go triangle mouse event, mouse event, new triangle mouse event, something like this. Then we need to define triangle mouse event class. Since this is not the one we are going to really use, just to show how this works, let me define mouse as another class on the same file, mouse triangle mouse event class. So to be a mouse event listener, it should implement mouse listener interface. That is required. Mouse listener, let me see if Visual Studio Code knows where it is. It is not showing up. It is mouse Java AWT mouse listener is the where we can get mouse listener. Oh, it's inside the event package. It's there. That's the one. So this class now is eligible to listen to the mouse event. For testing purpose, let me eliminate this one. Okay. Then here, mouse event there. So then how do we listen to the mouse events? This mouse event class should implement all the abstract method defined in this interface. So Visual Studio helps to do so. As you can see, you have now several abstract methods in mouse listener. So mouse has two groups of events. The first group is those are 5 events that mouse clicked event, mouse pressed event, mouse released, mouse entered, mouse exit. Those are 5 events in the first group of the mouse. The second group of the mouse event is when mouse is in motion. Mouse in motion or mouse being dragged, those are second group of events. Let's take a look at later though. But here, those are 5 events. To see what is that, let me just display some message on the console. Println click, and then the parameter E has a get X, get Y, that is the location of a mouse pointer happened for this event is there. Then let me copy this line, and this is for mouse pressed event. And let me show you explain the difference shortly. And then here, this one is a mouse released event. And then this one is a entered event. And finally, one more event. A total of 5 events we have. That is exited event there. And then let me run the program and show what it means by that. So what I have done so far is I grabbed the canvas which is present in the program and then called add the mouse listener. Then canvas becomes an agency for physical mouse event. And then inside the parentheses we attach listener to mouse event. And for this listener we should implement mouse listener interface, and then 5 different events are distinguished. So let's run triangle, and then within the canvas area, that is where mouse is monitored, as I press the button, left button, and then keep it pressed, then what it says is a pressed event occurred, and on down the screen you have a pressed 131 3001. So X location here is a 131, Y location is a 301. As I release the button, then mouse release the event occurs, and then click event also occurs. So 3 things: mouse press, release, click is that as I click the mouse inside the canvas, which is a agency for mouse event. As I press the button, mouse pressed. As I release the button, mouse released, and the mouse clicked event occurs. So a mouse clicked is a combination of a press and release in the same location. So if I click the button and then move it and then release the button, then click event does not show up. So that's the one. So mouse press, release combination at the same location is called the mouse clicked. So those are 3 events depending on mouse button, release or press or release. And then 2 other events are as the mouse pointer is entering into the agency area. Here agency is a canvas, which is shown in black. So currently mouse pointer is outside the canvas. As I enter into the canvas, then mouse entered the event occurs. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, enter the 06. So where the pointer entered, X location 0, Y location 6 is the entering location. And then as I leave the canvas area, mouse exited event occurs. So exited at X 501 and then Y6. That's the location where mouse pointer exited. So outside of that, as you click on that, nothing happens. On the button area, if I click on clear event occurs, no mouse event. But as I enter, mouse entered the event occurred, and then as I click and release and click event occurred at specified location. As I leave, mouse exited, but outside the canvas, as I click, nothing happens because that's not an area for canvas. So canvas is the only agency for mouse event. One thing I like to mention is that as you enter into the area, so computer graphics upper left corner is 0 and 0. As I enter upper left corner, enter the is XY location is close to 0 and 0. Lower right corner is the maximum size. Currently canvas size is 500 by 500. As I leave around that area, the exit location X and Y is close to 500. But if I enter upper left corner quickly, the X location is 10. As I enter horizontally quickly, enter location is 8. Quickly, enter location X is 56. So what it means is that the location of a mouse pointer is periodically checked. So if you move the pointer very quickly, X becomes more than 0 because just periodically monitored. Similarly, as you exit, sometimes you get negative number because you move the pointer quickly. So that's one thing I want you to remember, that the location of a mouse entered and exit is based on the periodic monitoring of XY location of the pointer.